Well, earlier this week, Prince Harry lost a court bid to personally pay for police security when visiting the UK, and that is just one of many legal actions involving the Prince and Duchess of Sussex. Here's our royal expert, Patricia Treble, who joins us this morning. Patricia, good morning to you.
Good morning.
Before we get to Harry and Meghan, the world reacting, obviously, to the death of Tina Turner, who was, by the way, a real favorite of the royal family.
Real favorite. Charles said she was one of the best performers live, and he'd seen her a lot. And the funnest moment, the sweetest moment was when William he's mentioned this several times in the public, that he would sing the best with his mom and brother as they went back to school. And he called it, he said they would be in the car and they'd be just belting it out. And he called it one of the best, the happiest family moments that he'd ever had. And so, really sad about Tina. My goodness.
So sad. But as we say, we all have these memories that are just ingrained within her music that will definitely live on.
Yeah.
We mentioned some of Prince Harry's legal battles. Plethora.
There are a lot.
Yeah. Okay, let's begin with one of them that we talked about earlier this week that Jeff just mentioned in the intro, and that is the one that he just lost, and that's with regards to police and security. He says he fears for his family's safety when they visit the UK. Why did the judge decide he cannot hire police protection?
So complicated cases, and there's two security cases, so this is only one of the two that was decided. And basically it came down to the fact that he wanted to be able to pay for police protection. And what the government said is that's guns for hire. I mean, if Harry can do it, and these aren't just ordinary police officers that you would hire for a concert. These are highly skilled, armed, close protection officers. There's very few of them. They guard the royals and they guard VIPs. And guns for hire. And basically that's why the judge said no, that Harry lost this case. And it was a very complicated, very technical case. He wanted a judicial review of a decision and, that sort of thing. But it came down to the fact that he would start a precedent. Every billionaire, I mean, Bill Gates, Elon Musk, you're coming into Britain, you want to hire police, armed police. And so that was refused. But many other cases still remaining.
Yeah, just before we get to those, what are Harry and Meghan's options now then moving forward when it comes to security?
So in Britain, they still have security. So they still have police security. You saw Harry with his police security when he was at his father's coronation. It's simply that it's going to be decided on a per visit basis. It's not the blanket security he always used to have. And he also has private security, which of course he has in the States, he pays for, and he can pay for in Britain. It's simply that they're not armed in Britain.
Isn't he also, when we talk about all the other cases, isn't another one with regards to he's challenging also the security detail that was taken away from him?
Yeah, so this is the second. He's got two cases. He lost one case. He's got another case against the British government. That is going forward. And he also has 4 cases against the media, 1 for libel and 3 for what are known as the hacking cases. And one of them is coming up in June. He's going to be testifying in June. But these cases, I'm going to be honest, they're getting expensive. This case alone, the one he just lost, he might be on the hook for around $650,000 in legal costs because you have to pay both sides. So you have to pay the government side and his side, and he has some very expensive lawyers working for him.
I want to mention as well, there are reports Harry and Meghan are, quote, shocked by the hurtful reaction of the paparazzi car chase story that we discussed recently with you, calling it abhorrent and saying it was not exaggerated. And just wondering, Patricia, what sort of toll all of these lawsuits, this with the car chase, what sort of toll is this taking on their public perception and also on Harry and Meghan personally, do you think?
I think it has damaged their reputation in the public eye, especially in the U.S. And this is what we saw in the last week, is we saw not only were people openly doubting their story about a 2-hour car chase, a dangerous car chase in Manhattan, but people were mocking them. And that's, being made fun of is never like. And as they say, they have real security issues. I mean, they pay likely millions for their security. But the question is also, this is harming the brand. And they are a brand. They need to make money. And they've had 2 years of basically putting out their grievances, putting out their side of the story. But what do you do forward when all the stories about you really are negative? And that's going to be their problem going forward.
All right. Well, as we've mentioned, there are many more cases before the courts. We will be talking about them in due time. Patricia, thank you for stopping by.
You're welcome.